Do you ever wonder if you're getting like lung cancer from inhaling so much loose powder? Because I do. I wonder about that constantly. I hope you didn't see the lipstick in my teeth, but you probably did. It's okay, I'm not gonna cut it out. I'm too lazy. You have to see me at my best and you have to see me at my worst too. Hey, welcome back. Today's video is going to be on the new Colourpop No Filter Complexion products. So if you don't know, hey, my name's Adrika. I upload 3 times a week on this YouTube channel every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So definitely come back on those days if you want to see more content from me. So these 3 products just launched literally last week. I ordered it on launch day and it got here about 2 days ago. I do live on the other side of the country, so keep that in mind when taking into account my shipping, how long it took. But actually right now Colourpop is having a free shipping, no minimum necessary, with code FREESHIP. So the foundation is called the No Filter Foundation. It comes in a whopping 42 shades. Yes, you heard that right. 42 shades with all 3 undertones, warm, neutral, and cool. This is a godsend from Colourpop. It is a nice glass bottle. Actually, no, that's plastic. I thought it was glass. It might be glass. I really can't tell sometimes, okay? It's just a very nice feeling bottle. It does not come with a cap, just letting you know. You can lock and unlock the foundation. This retails for $12, but you do get a little bit less than the standard 30 mils. This has 25 milliliters or 0.85 fluid ounces instead of the regular 1 fluid ounce. So let's read a little bit about the No Filter Foundation. Developed for the selfie age, our full coverage natural matte foundation delivers flawless looking skin from day to night. The oil-free lightweight formula blends smoothly and is easily customizable to create the coverage you want. So those are the claims of the No Filter Foundation. I did, of course, pick up the No Filter setting powder as well. This is the loose one. It does come in 3 shades: translucent, banana, and medium deep. So this retails for $9 for 8.5 grams of product or 0.300 ounces. Why did I ounce it? Whose man's? So it has a little bit more product than my NYX Set It and Don't Fret It. This has 8 grams while this has 8.5 grams. So although this does look really tiny, it has practically the same amount as this. And I think they're the same price too, around the same price, around 10 bucks. So I'll read some of the claims for this loose powder now. Lock in makeup with our translucent weightless loose setting powder, developed with ultra-fine smooth powders to provide a long-wearing, soft focus matte finish without feeling heavy or looking cakey. Always 100% cruelty-free and vegan, our formula was photo-tested to never flash back, giving you selfie-ready skin in any light. So if you know me, you know that I'm not really the biggest fan of loose powders for my face, so I will really be putting this to the test, giving a fair review on this. Even though I still don't like loose powders, I can still see how it applies and wears on the face. And this is the Colourpop No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder. I have it in the shade medium. Oh, I forgot to mention that I got the foundation in the shade Light 70. So the pressed powder comes in 6 shades. It is a nice sized pan. It has a mirror on the other side, and it comes with 5.5 grams or 0.19 ounces of product. This does retail for the same $9 that the loose powder is retailing for, but let me read the claims to you right now. Weightless natural matte sheer pressed powder reduces shine and blurs imperfections in a convenient on-the-go compact. Ultra-fine powder blends seamlessly onto bare skin, over foundation, or as a touch-up without creasing or caking, never flashes back, gives you a natural matte soft focus look. Alright, so those are the claims of the new Colourpop No Filter Complexion products. So I do want to mention that I have oily, acne-prone, hyperpigmented skin, so I can really be putting to the test this soft focus matte finish they said all of their products have. And of course, I can test their full coverage claim as well. All the products talked about in this video and whatever else is on my face will be listed in the description box down below, so definitely check it out if you want any of the product links. If you like anything that you see here, please make sure to subscribe to this channel, like and comment on this video, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my uploads. So if you want to see how the new Colourpop No Filter Complexion products wear on my face, then just keep on watching. I am in full summer mode. Look at this. I have a flowy kimono. I have this like really pretty like pastel pinky tank top. I got mermaid nails. Although I'm really over the mermaid trend at this point. Really over it. I am filming an Insta tutorial for this eye look. This is a second look using the Subculture palette from ABH. Stay tuned for that. I'm gonna go in with my regular Catrice anti-shine base first, and then I am actually going to do the trick using loose powder over my primer on one half of my face just to see if it will make a difference with this foundation or not. So I'm just focusing the primer where I do get oily, which is just my T-zone. Then I'm actually going to take the No Filter setting powder. Of course, I did get it in the shade Translucent. I have not even opened this yet. I'm extremely excited. Let me just take off the little tabby. Do you ever wonder if you're getting like lung cancer from inhaling so much loose powder? Because I do. I wonder about that constantly. I'm going to dump some out on to the lid. The sifters are quite small. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there without me dropping everything. But it is quite small. The powder doesn't look to be extremely fine, so much so that it's just kind of flying everywhere. So I'm taking my sponge. I'm just gonna dip it, and press that into the skin on this side only. I hope you saw that like instant mattification that just happened. Okay, right off the bat, this loose powder is a lot denser of a powder than my NYX one. This seems to have a bit more like thickness to it. That's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. That's just a thing. This is mainly what I use loose powder for. I don't really use loose powder to set my face, but I will today just so we can see. So, No Filter foundation. I already gone through all of the info about this. Light 70 is my shade. I'm gonna give it a good shake, and if you're new to my foundation reviews, I do one half with a brush and the other half with a sponge, just to see what is the better way of application. All right, so we're gonna start pumping. Ooh, it's quite liquidy. All right, so that was about 2 pumps. This might be a bit dark. Oh man. So this is the set side that I am applying with the brush right now. And to be honest with you, it is applying very smoothly. I got kind of scared there for a little bit because it kind of had the same texture as the Fenty Beauty foundation, and if you saw my video on that, girl. But it is much more runny. Definitely does not dry down as quick, as you can like see. Has really good coverage. I got pretty much full coverage off of that one layer. It does seem to be just clinging on to dry spots a little bit. I don't know how this would work out if you do have dry skin, but for me, this is looking really cute right now. Not like amazing, but cute. All right, so I'm gonna go in with more for this side of my face. So we can see how it looks with the sponge. And it's not too dark. I'm gonna pick some up on the sponge so I don't take product off. It's a little dark. The undertone is right, but it is kind of shearing out to be pretty good, as long as it doesn't oxidize. If it does oxidize, I'm in trouble. That is going on beautifully with a sponge, and it's not taking away too much of the coverage either. It looks so much better with a sponge, but that could just be the fact that it is like on the not set side. I have realized that setting powder after primer does make it just a little bit like matter, a little bit heavier if you don't know how to like adjust correctly. But that is looking really good. I think I'm gonna do a second layer with this just over my cheeks, just using up whatever is left. That was 2 pumps of foundation on my face now. I'm just gonna smooth everything over with a sponge just because I like the finish much better. And I'm trying to gauge if it's the setting powder or the fact that I used a sponge that's making it look better or worse. So let me give you a close-up of my face. So this is the set side and this is the not set side. This side of my face is a little bit more close to matte, and then this side is definitely like a softer matte. It's not too dewy, it's a satin. That's what I'm looking for. It's a satin. This one is like definitely closer to soft matte, and then this one is satin. I prefer this side, but we shall see. Now I'm just gonna quickly put on the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, just so we can have like a full face of Colourpop basically. And then we'll test out the setting powders after that. So here are the under eyes with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. It doesn't sit quite the best underneath my eyes, the Colourpop concealer, but we're gonna test out a full face of Colourpop because their products should work well together, right? So I'm going to take a little bit of the pressed powder, if you can see. Will you focus? Okay. I'm gonna take a little bit of the pressed powder on a brush, actually. This is what I wanna start off by using. I'm gonna swirl it onto my regular setting brush. I'm gonna smooth out the creases because they've already creased. And then I'm going to set the under eye. I'm going to set this one like how I normally would set it. And then this one, I will use the sponge. So I have the same amount of product. I'm gonna take my sponge, and I don't usually do this anymore, but we're gonna see just what works the best. And I'm just going to, I'm not baking, I'm just kind of setting the face. That looks pretty good, actually. It looks quite smooth. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it looks quite smooth right now. I'm into it. Okay. I've not liked a loose powder in a very long time now. But of course, we're going to test out their pressed powder. This is in the shade medium. This has been my new favorite powder brush, the e.l.f. powder blurring brush. So I'm just going to take the powder. This is quite a dense brush for powder, but that's what I like. And I'm just going to set the rest of my face because, of course, oily skin. So after setting the face, my face does look kind of dry around the cracks of my nose. It's a little bit dry just around the entire nose area. But I think if I did use a setting spray, it would kind of save this, but I'm not going to because this is just the foundation and all of that. That's how we're going to test this today. All right, so this is a close-up of my face, completely set and with the foundation. Okay, so I'm going to go finish up the rest of my face, and then I'm gonna come back to show you how everything blended on top and all of that. Alrighty, so here is the finished face. All of my makeup on top of the Colourpop No Filter powder, loose powder, and foundation. Now for me right now, it is looking really good. It is looking a lot dewier than I thought it would. For me, it has really warmed up to my skin. It looked a little bit dry, a little bit cakey and heavy right around my nose, upper mouth area, and my chin. That's usually where I get a little bit iffy on foundations, but right now, with like time after doing the foundation, it has really warmed up to the skin. It looks much better now. However, I will say that I'm looking quite like satin, really satin on both sides. Maybe a little bit less on this side, but more so than my highlight. I have this like, because I don't bring my highlight down here, I got these little shine peaks right here. I'm not wearing a shimmery blush. So we're gonna see how long this lasts. However, it does look very, very beautiful right now. It is not the Fenty foundation all over again. It is a tad bit dark for me. Obviously, it doesn't look like that on camera because it never looks like that on camera. But in person, it's a little bit dark. Not as dark as the Fenty, but it is still a little bit dark. It hasn't oxidized at all like the concealer does. So that's extremely good news because that concealer, oh man, does it darken like 3 or 4 shades. There is just a ton of background noise today. I'm so sorry. Everyone seems to be out and about because it is a Saturday. Makes sense. Here is an up close look at my face with everything done. Looks pretty good. I forgot to mention that this does claim to have no flashback, so I will be taking a flash photo right now, and of course I will be inserting it. It's gonna be the most unflattering photo. Okay, it's a little blurry, but I'll insert it right here. There is no flashback on my face. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It does. Although I did not bake, I didn't just like slather powder everywhere because I don't do that. The foundation itself doesn't have flashback. The powders, no flashback either. All right, hey, so this is the foundation in kind of natural light. Kind of, it is natural light. This is natural lighting. So this is what the face is looking like. Okay, so I'm going to go wear this for 8 hours, and then after that, we'll see how it holds up against my oily, acne-prone face. So here is 8 hours of wear. I am a grease ball. I am actually equally shiny on all of the sides of my face, and my lipstick transferred. Okay, that's embarrassing. Just gonna wipe it off. Okay, it's not gonna, whatever. Makeup is gonna come off in just a second, but look at my grease ball face. Oh my God. 8 hours of wear. You could deep fry a lot of things on my face right now. It's a lot of grease, it's a lot of oil. It's not the most oily I've ever been, but it is actually really quite bad. And keeping in mind that I set this side of my face with a loose powder. This is pretty greasy. My upper lip looks a little bit heavy, a little bit cakey, and my chin is doing okay. She's shiny, and the rest of me is extremely shiny. I'm gonna touch up with the Colourpop powder because they said this was good for touch-ups, and we're gonna see if the foundation cakes or if it does anything weird or anything like that. So at this point, if I was wearing this out or something, I would for sure touch up. Like, this is beyond the point of when I should have touched up. So this is the not touched up side, and then this is the touched up side. So you can see the difference. It doesn't seem to be caking up anywhere, but it does still have kind of like a satin type of finish. So my final thoughts on this foundation is that it is very, very lightweight on the face. The formula is extremely thin, you can't even feel it. It does give medium to full coverage. For me, it does lean more on like the medium side because I do have a lot more scarring and all of that on my face. It doesn't have any flashback. I actually really quite enjoyed the loose powder. I think I liked it way better taking a sponge and kind of pressing it into the skin. I'm definitely gonna have to try all of these products more than once, and of course, you'll hear about them in a first impressions update video. The finish of the foundation was not soft matte like I thought it would be. It was definitely more of a satin finish on both sides of the face. The no filter complexion products are definitely not as long wearing on my face as most other people's. However, the no filter concealer usually creases way more than this, and I think the loose setting powder actually really helped with that. The pressed powder doesn't seem to be anything to really write home about. The loose powder and the foundation are much more interesting of products, and I'm usually a loose powder gal, but I just like my Milani Prep Set and Glow much better at this point. The powder is kind of heavier feeling, a little bit thicker and denser in texture, just like the loose powder. But the pressed powder just seems to be a little bit more cakey on the face. I'm gonna give this foundation a B- in rating right now. I'm definitely gonna have to try and make a like cocktail combination of like setting spray, primer, powder, all that business. I wish I'd gotten a shade lighter. Light 65 probably would have worked rather than like 70. This will be a good summer foundation color for me though. This is just a tad bit tanner, just a tad, because I don't really get much color during the summer months. These two products are standout products for me. The pressed powder, not so much. So that wraps up my video, guys, on the new Colourpop No Filter Complexion products. All the products talked about in this video and whatever else is on my face will be listed in the description box down below, so definitely check it out if you want any of the product links. Please subscribe if you haven't already, like and comment down below if you're going to pick up the new Colourpop foundation, powder, anything. Let me know down below. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my uploads. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!